Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my build review slash build update that I need to do. This is, for those of you that don't know, this is my 2000 Toyota Tundra V8 4x4. This has 205,000 miles, and previously I had a 2001 V6 rear wheel drive Tundra, but I swapped all those parts onto this truck. So we're just going to do an update of what I've done to the truck and show you guys what exactly I want to do maybe. But mostly this is just going to let you guys know what I'm running and how I like it, any things that I would change. So let's get into it. For front bumper, I have a Coastal Off-Road. It is a weld it together yourself kit. I had a family friend, my brother-in-law, he helped me out. He welded it for me. So this is winch compatible, and you can throw in some lights right here. You can customize this really however you want, but I went with the bull bar just for a little bit of protection. All the lights, all the off-road lights that I have are off sights. They're okay. I wish I would have kind of saved up for diode dynamics or a little bit something better. But they do the job. Nothing really, can't complain. There I have CBI ditch brackets here, and again offside ditch lights. For suspension, I have iBox Pro Stage 1 lift kit, and this is lifting it around 3 inches in the front with a cambered upper control arm. And I'm running Solar Motorsports extended brake lines. I also have spindle gussets from Total Chaos. I just haven't added those yet. For wheels and tires, I am running 285 70/17, so it's basically a 33 with Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws and Method 305s. They've been okay. I mean, they've been good, like, don't get me wrong, but I'm ready for some 35s. I'm ready for some different wheels. I want to get some machine wheels to make these 33s fit. I did some fender chopping. I also took out the inner fender liner, but I saved a little piece just to protect the air inlet for the airbox, and I kind of cut this back a little bit. I'm also running in the front KSP 1.25 inch spacers to help from rubbing on the frame up in the front. And I bought this little I guess trim pieces from Amazon, so I have them both in the front and in the rear just to make it look better. I need to add some right here, but I also chopped the bed because when I got this truck, the bed sides were completely smashed. This one was bad, so I just cut it. And same thing with the other side. It's a match. I cut them both off, and it looks pretty good. I don't really mind it. I'm sorry. For sliders, I have 80% off-road. I believe the guy's name is Nick. He's, I believe, also out of Temecula, but if I had to do this again, they are weld on. He ships them out to you, and you have to weld them yourself. You have to weld plates to the frame, then the legs to the plates, and then the legs to the rock sliders. I would just buy bolt-on rock sliders because the way that this is set up, it makes it seem like everything is already cut and you just weld it on. But for my case, for the Tundras, I think also for the Sequoias, if you buy them from him, you have to downwardly cut the legs to make them fit on the truck, and that just I ended up messing up the cuts, so I had to pay someone to do it. But they still look good. I'm gonna have to cut the welds off and re-weld them because I believe that when I pay the guy to do it, it's too close. So when I go to 35s, eventually 37s, I'm probably gonna hit right there. For the rear, I am running again iBox Pro Stage 1 lift kit, so rear shocks. I also have an Adaleaf from Deaver. There you go. So it's a 1.5 inch Adaleaf, and I decided to keep the overload in just to keep it a little up to match the front, because eventually when I go camping, I have my bed rack and my tent, and it kind of brings it down a little bit, so then it's actually level. As I mentioned before, I cut the fenders, and once you guys know, well, this doesn't really apply to any like Toyota specifically, but once you cut fenders on the trucks, they start to rattle, like the bed sides. So I made my own little bracket, and it was completely free. I don't know if you guys can see actually. Let's see if I can get a better angle in here. I made my own bracket. This is just some scrap metal I had from my house, and I didn't want to weld anything. Like I could have welded something, but I just wanted to make it easier for myself. So I found some existing holes from the truck bed, and I found this piece of tube. I cut the hole. I can go deeper into that if you guys want to know, but it stiffens up the bedside pretty good. And I'm probably going to add one right here because the front also rattles, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Rear bumper is just from I think Amazon or eBay, but I ended up cutting notches for chase lights, reverse lights. So I added one here, and they just help when I'm reversing, or if I come off-roading with people and it's nighttime or it's dusty or whatever, I turn them on and they act as chase lights. Here is nothing really crazy. I just have my spare tire, a shovel, a jack, and my tools for maybe something breaks, I gotta do a trailside repair. All of my tools are in there. For that pretty much does it for the outside. These are some WeatherTech in-channel window deflectors. I think they look good. On my other truck I had both front and rears, but I kind of like the look of just the fronts now. I don't think it looks bad. I kind of like it. It's growing on me. Oh, and for the grill, sorry. This is an aftermarket grill, believe also from Amazon. I just ended up spray painting the badges black, so the V8 and the Toyota symbol. Actually, before I forget, the headlights are from Amazon or eBay. Again, I don't remember. I kept going back and forth between the two when I was ordering stuff for the truck. But if you search up smoked headlights for the first gen Tundra, they'll probably come up. They're okay. I mean, I like the look. I'm just kind of tired of it now because they've been on the truck for so long. I want to get some retrofits, so where they, you know, put an actual projector in there and have turbines and shrouds and stuff. I think those look cool. So eventually when I get the truck where I want it to be, I'm eventually going to buy those. But yeah, that's everything for the exterior. I haven't done anything else as of yet. Alright, so under the hood, obviously we have a 2UZ FE V8 4.7 liter from Toyota. This is one of the best engines that they made. Right underneath, I believe, the second gen Tundra with the 5.7. I believe that one has made it to 1 million miles multiple times. Here it's pretty stock. I just have I got a new radiator, or a Denso radiator. I did the timing belt, water pump. I've done all the fluids. I've done a drain and fill on the transmission. I've done oil changes, transfer case, differential, both differentials, and a transfer case. So everything's pretty much stock. I have added my aux beam switch panel. So this little bracket here I got the material from Home Depot, and I just bent it, and I use self tappers to screw it into the fender right here, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's pretty good. I routed it over here because this was all cluttered, like there's no space for it over here, and I just ran some power wire from positive and negative over, or actually just positive because the negative's grounded here. And this is my kill switch, so for anti-theft purposes. And honestly, that's pretty much it. That's all I've done. I've done a couple hoses here and there, but it's nothing that you guys really need to know about. That's just upgrades. But yeah, let's get into the interior now. Alright, getting into the interior, this is just like my seat cover. I don't want to dirty the seat, so I just keep it clean. So I have the towel that I sit on, but I have some WeatherTech floor mats. These are good because obviously they keep the carpet nice and clean, and from rain, snow, mud, dirt, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're in. This is a little dash cover that I got off of Amazon. I think it was like 50 bucks, so works good. I don't want the dash to start cracking. I also have, actually I forgot, yeah, I have nano ceramic tint. So I have 35 on the windshield and 25 all the way around, so on the driver, passenger, and on the rear. So I completely forgot about that, sorry guys. I have an aftermarket head unit. This is a Pioneer. I forgot the model number, but I can put it in the description because I will look for it and let you guys know. I like it. It's not wireless CarPlay, but it's a lot better than the factory one. I have wired CarPlay, so I just hook up a little USB cord here and it gives me CarPlay. I also have my aux beam switch panel, the actual switch itself mounted here on the change. If you guys are familiar with that, I didn't want to put it here. I wanted it to look kind of factory, and it's easy access right here. This is my scan gauge. It lets me know the temperature of the truck, you know, it measures voltage, all that stuff. The rear is where I have done more. So I made a custom platform. This is I made this out of an old pallet, a pallet of wood, and I used 3 2x4s. So one here, one in the middle, and one over there. So it's pretty sturdy, honestly. I've sat on it and it's not going anywhere. I used L brackets to hold it into the existing brackets for the rear seat that goes here. And I took out the seat a long time ago because 1, nobody sits here, 2, it saves me weight, 3, I like the space. But I also mounted a Milwaukee pack out plate right there, so whenever I go camping I throw in my ice chest and it locks down. I can throw in obviously anything that's pack out available. Here I just keep, you know, some Milwaukee impact ratchet tools, anything that I might need when I come off-roading. But honestly, that's it. I haven't done pretty much anything else as of yet. I do want to get some skid plates. That'd probably be my first thing. I want to get some transfer case, transmission, engine, oil, drip pan. I'm blanking out right now, but I want to get some skid plates for the whole undercarriage of the truck. Just get some, protect the underbody, and I think I'm gonna get them from Skid Row Off-Road because I've heard pretty good things about them and they look pretty cool. But yeah, this is the truck. If you guys can't tell, I am in Lido Creek. This is after all the rain here in SoCal, so honestly it's pretty nasty. Like Coldwater Canyon is nuts right now. Just getting to the trails is pretty rutted already. And this is the easy trail if you guys are familiar with it. So you go up here and there's like, it opens up. I wanted to go all the way up there, not all the way up, but you know, like closer, and I just couldn't anymore. Even with the 4x4, there's too many rocks, too many ruts. So I think if I had 35s and lockers, it'd be good. And also maybe long travel or solid axle, but as of right now, nothing much I can do. But future plans for this truck, I want to go long travel. I'm thinking the BTF Fabrication or Solar Motorsports, just because, I don't know, I like the BTF because it pushes the caster of the ball joint forward, so you're not tubbing as much of the firewall. And eventually when I get that long travel, I'm gonna go with 35s and then eventually top it off with 37s. I'm gonna re-gear the truck probably to 529s. Again, I'm gonna get those skid plates. I'm gonna do the Archive Garage shock relocation, like the whole shebang. It has added leaves, hammer hangers, like it gives you, I think, 12 inches of travel in the rear. So that's gonna be a fun project because you gotta cut off the old shock mounts on the frame, on the axle. So we'll see how that goes eventually when I get down that road. I'm obviously gonna need to do some tubbing or some chopping of the fenders. But honestly, I think that's where I'm at right now. If you guys have any questions about my truck or anything, like maybe you have a first gen Sequoia and you have questions, they're pretty similar, the platforms. It's the same body, same engine. Not same body, same frame, same drivetrain. Everything's pretty similar. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna try and keep posting. I was gonna make a video on the rock sliders, but it just got to me, I couldn't do it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.